can't get everywhere. So now I'm going to share you how this establishment of this organization took place, why this happened, who did this. So you are seeing this Baba. He was a jeweler. He has a business of jewelry. What else he would require to establish? So he was such a merchant. He was a businessman, merchant of jewelry, and he had connection with all the kings, and he had a business with kings. In 1936, so in his childhood he was very devoted, and he was a very devotee, and he had this firm feeling to attain God. He would do business also and a devotion too. So wherever he would keep his foot, he would grow. And before 1936, said he would read Gita. Even without reading Gita, he would never accept drink. He would never accept water also. Before 1936, he had very good business. So from Pakistan to Calcutta by train, because the earlier days there were no as such convents, proper convents. So it would take 2 days, but Baba would travel. He would be freshen up, and after reading Gita he would take anything in train also. In 1936 he reached to Bombay, and his friends used to live near Babulnath temple, and there he went. And in the evening there used to be a satsang, a gathering of holy people. And suddenly he experienced something, that something is pulling me. He was so obedient. If any guru or anyone is doing spiritual gathering, he would never left that gathering. He never left that gathering, but that day suddenly he felt something, and he left that gathering and went towards his room. So wherever Baba would go, he would go with his family. And when he went to Bombay, so he was there also with his family, daughter-in-law, everyone. So his daughter-in-law saw that Baba never do like this. Is there anything which is not good with his health? So she went behind him to ask that, let me ask what is going on there. Is there anything, something not good about his health? And she saw that Baba was sitting there in a room. Whole room was filled with red color, and his face was also shining with red color. And his daughter-in-law heard a voice suddenly, which is Nijanan Swarupam Shivo Aham Shivoham Shakti Swarupam Shivoham Shivoham Anand Swarupam Shivoham Shivoham. And suddenly, which means that I am Shiva in English, which means that I am embodiment of power, bliss. I'm that Shiva. So when that daughter-in-law heard this song, she was a little confused that from where I'm getting this voice. And later on, after a few moments later, Baba has opened. Baba would have opened his eyes, and that time she asked that where you were. And what you were thinking, why you left this gathering, this holy gathering. You have never done like this, so what happened with you? Are you okay? So within 2 words, Baba would have said at that time that there was a kind of feeling which was pulling me. and I got a voice that um, God wants to establish a new world through you. So he had this feeling, this sentence he would have heard at that time. So in his physical life, he made 12 gurus just to have a vision of God, just to attain God. So earlier in 1936, Shiv Baba has entered in his body. So, so because his name was Lakhi Babu Dada Lake Raj. So with lot of people would call him Lakhi Babu. So their guru said that this is your something charitable action. Because of that, God made you to have vision. This is not our power. And then later on, Baba would live in isolation, solitude, and he got inspiration. And then he went to Banaras. One of his friends would live in Banaras. He had a big house, and they're in garden. And he went to garden. He would have a vision that wake up. You have to transform this world. And he awakened that there is no one around him, but he was getting sound. In garden there was a place in that dark night, and he wouldn't get afraid, and he went there. By being fearless, he was sitting on that space. There he got a vision of destruction, everything is getting destroyed. So no one has even heard the name of atom bomb, hydrogen bomb, etc. But he saw that that kind of atom bombs was falling down on people, and everyone crying on distress, and they are crying for to save their life. That save us, save us. And suddenly, when Baba has saw that, and he suddenly got disturbed, and he in within a few minutes he saw that a star is coming from up above, and then star that gets converted into a deity personality. And suddenly that voice he has heard that you have to establish such a new world. And Baba was a devotee of Sri Vishnu. He would always keep a picture of Sri Narayan in his pocket. Wherever he would be, he would stay, he would live, he would have a picture of Sri Narayan, because he was a supreme, he was a very devotee, supreme devotee of Narayan. And suddenly he got the vision that that Vishnu appeared in front of him, and he said that you have to become like this. And he was confused that to whom I'm worshipping, how to become like that. And he became detached, and he wrote a letter to his partner that I can't come to worship now. I don't want to do business of this pennies, whatever. But whatever will be my distribution, whatever will be there now, you may give it accordingly your thinking. So his partner confused that why you are calling these diamonds like as a pennies. Something happened with your mind. So Baba said that no, my mind is okay, but I am having such kind of directions that's why I don't want to get into this business, jewelry business. And then his partner brought some papers, given some kind of money, and he then Baba would return back to home. So his family has not even asked any question that we have such a big house, we have such a big business, that why you wind up this business, or anything kind of these questions. So, not a single person of his family member raised any question. So, as Shubaba has said that you are a soul, and Baba was very much inclined towards that direction, that, and he had that intense feeling that he is a soul. And just by saying that I am a soul, I am a soul, he started writing in diary. Even his diaries get filled. I started writing on walls that I am a soul, and my family members are soul. Named his wife name was Yashoda. That he used to write that Yashoda is a soul, and I like how he started practicing of soul consciousness. And even though whenever anyone would look at Baba, so whether they would see in the form of Sri Narayan, or they would have a vision of an angel or Sri Krishna, or Sri Narayan. In our Hinduism, it is said that as you think, you the same you will see around yourself. It is said in scriptures that through the thoughts of Brahma, this world has been established, created. So, as Shiv Baba has given a thought to him, Brahma Baba, and that's how this was established. So, Baba has not only given this knowledge, he practiced this soul consciousness. As he would practice the soul consciousness, everyone would have that vision. Even though his wife has not asked this question that what you have done, because whenever his wife would come in front of Baba, so she would always have a vision of Narayan, and she would get happy when she would have us that vision. So Baba started that a holy gathering in his home, and there he would chant Om, and just by chanting Om, everyone would go in trance. And so earlier, his family would gather and sit there in Om chanting, and they would go in trance. And then later on, their relatives, their neighbors get to know. And when they would come in that gathering, and when Om chanting would get done, that time, all of them would get in trance. So this things has spreaded everywhere, that whoever would go in that holy gathering, they would have a vision, they would go in trance, they would have a divine vision of deity. So everyone started, those who started going to saints and sannyasis, they would start they would started going to in Baba's gathering, that holy gathering. And later on, people coming, those who were coming to that gathering started increasing, and there were approx 400 brothers sisters gathered that in that holy gathering. So many saints and sannyasis just got upset that my all followers are going to Baba's gathering, and that time many oppositions took place, and they would started spreading this rumor that he might have learned any kind of magic, and that's why he is doing a magic, and that's why people are having a vision. So it was because God's task, and it was happening just because of God, so that many people would come. Baba would not even meet anybody. Baba would just give them a vision. And since beginning, Baba has just given them a vision. And that's why it is said to all of you that whenever you sit in meditation, you always have to open your eyes. Wherever you go, you have wherever you go to temples, so you will see a statue would always open his eyes. No one has closed their eyes. Because why? Have you ever thought about it? Because through the eyes you get the vibration, energy reflects, energy spreaded, and that's how that this organization started from that little gathering. For example, you have came here and you find it very good, and you might have thought that we should bring our family, our children also, and like how as people were started coming to that gathering, and their children also started joining that gathering. So Baba would have made a school, a boarding school for those children who ever coming, whose families are coming to that gathering, so that their children would sustain that through that boarding. And Baba would have started sustaining whole people from his money. And then later on, since their childhood, Baba would have cultivated divine virtues, values. They were very young, and when they grown up, they would relate. When they grown up, they related this knowledge very well, and they started saying, explaining that knowledge so much, so very well, and that young daughters that. Would ask such kind of logical questions, scientific questions to outsiders. So people feel wonder that these little girls, these little children, why they are asking such deep questions about spirituality. So they would not able to reply those children, but they would say that it's not your task to get into, because people would always understand that God is omnipresent, God is everywhere. So those little daughters, the little girls would ask this question: if God is in you and me, then do you feel that you are called as a God? So such kind of question would confuses people, surprises people, and they would feel that wonder how these little girls having this kind of question, depth of knowledge. Then when they have shifted to India. Baba would have sent government this message to Pakistani government that we want to shift India. So, but Pakistan government said that because of you, our place is holy. So why you want to go? But Baba wanted to shift. So Baba wanted to shift to India, and that's how he shifted in India. And that time, Pakistani government has helped a lot. And when every family, so every families has written a letter to Baba that Baba, please call us, we will bear our expenses, everything, please call us, and we are giving you a letter, writing letter. So Baba would have spoken to the Pakistani government that they want to come, and that time Pakistani government has arranged everything, a steamer also. Through that, all of them came India, shifted India. And when Baba shifted from Pakistan to India, that time he was allowed every instrument, every equipment, including a little things also. He brought together, because Pakistani government said that whatever you have, everything belongs to God, and I don't want to keep anything which belongs to God. So you take everything yours. And like how he came to Mount Abu, there's also history that how this God's works goes on. Before that, Baba has sent three sisters in India that were search find a place where 400 people can stay together. So that time, says this sannyasi said that you should search a place which is near to mountain area, because you are doing meditation, because that would be a solitude place, a place filled with solitude. So Baba would have said you should find a place near any mountain. So that sister would have searched every place where and then someone has said them to visit Mount Abu, where he came, and there was Bharatpur Koti, and that was the palace of kings. It was earlier in Gujarat, but when the separation took place between Gujarat and Rajasthan, it was came under Rajasthan. So after 14 kilometer, the border of Gujarat would start, and like how establishment took place, and everyone shifted there in Bharatpur Koti, and there was around a cremation ground, but it was because of big that 400 people can stay together. So the king has allotted that building to them because of spiritual organization, and together with that there was a cremation ground. So this Sindh Hadra was a very hot place, and Chennai was also whatever places which is near to ocean, that is very hot places. So their lifestyle was, since their childhood, it was spent near to ocean, and because their Baba would take them towards ocean for visiting, and they came here in Mount Abu, and because in Mount Abu since June the rain would start, and when they reached here, so because earlier there would be very rainfall, and I was also thinking that how this conference would take place, because the road was broken, and so I had this feeling that I had this feeling we have a place in Shantivan also. So I had this feeling that to conduct this session in Gyan Sarovar, and maybe because of your pure thoughts, this conference took place. And as soon as you came here, this rainfall has stopped already before you came, and this weather has become so soothing. So Baba would have seen that there are many senior doctors. See, our my children has already reached here, and might be because of this, Baba has seen you children, and that's why weather has become so good for all of you. So nowadays, big buses are not allowed here up above because, and that's why we have arranged a small vehicle for all of you. This is also Baba's magic, which was started in 51, and these sisters would have been lived for 14 years in a campus, and when they shifted here in Mount Abu from Pakistan, and then because and then later on beggary part started, because how much a person would spend on such amount on so many people. And then later on, when this the scene of poverty started, so that time some question arises that this is because God's family, God's task. So how this poverty could come in this gathering? Because God has to test that in this furnace where He sustained 400 people, how many of them are very mature, and how many of them are like knowledgeable. So many of them started saying that we want to go outside and we want to earn something and we want to help this yagya with money. So many of them has gone away, and so there were few children who remained here, and they said that if we want to live, we want to live with Baba. If we want to die, we will die with Baba only. And those children has made this organization so fruitful till here. So wherever I would go, I get a convince to receive, to drop, But when dadis, those little children, when they grown up, become dadis, and they have been to different places, when they went through the train, because they don't have much money to travel in first AC, second AC, or third AC, our dadis would have traveled in general, common train. And so our dadi, one of dadi Guljar, she would go in trance. So Avyakt Bab Dada would come in his body, in her body, and that Dadi would have visited to Lucknow. So Dadi would have asked this question when Baba wanted to send her Lucknow. Dadi asked this question, Baba, where is this Lucknow? Because I don't know about the Lucknow. So Baba has said that Baba has given her ticket and said that you may go through the general box of that train. And she saw that there are many people who were smoking. They were speaking so loud, because in general coach, you might seen that there are normal very people, they do accordingly their behavior. So when the station came that time, Dadi would have said to station master that how kind of people are there. So that station master said there would be very general people. So Dadi said that we will not go through a general coach. We are God's children. So station master have given first class AC ticket. He brought ticket from his money and given that ticket to Dadi, and Dadi would have traveled through AC, because that divinity, that authority of God, she has spoken those sentences. And when she reached Lucknow, get down there, and when she get down, she saw that there are many people who were speaking so loud, because they have never been as that, they have never heard this loud voice, etc. So Dadi would have asked any place to stay, so that she got a place where spiritual people or visitors would stay. So she got for that 2 days. And she met there someone and said that I want to conduct meditation, I want to teach holy company, I want to conduct a holy gathering. Someone has said that you can go to meet minister, and there they would provide you any kind of place. She went directly to meet chief minister, and those who were unaware about world, and she directly go to meet chief minister, and they were sitting there. So many people were in waiting area, but when they saw that these sisters were filled with lots of divinity and power, so that chief minister directly came to that sister, when because chief minister was visiting through that route, and he saw that divinity in those sisters, and directly came to that sisters, and then he asked that what do you want. So the sister said that we came from Mount Abu to conduct a meditation. We need a place to conduct gathering. So that CM said that this is government quarter, and it is given to only government people, not to general. And they have replied, those sisters replied that because our Baba has sent to you to conduct a meditation, and that CM would deny that we can't afford any government government quota to you. And that secretary was saying that go away. The secretary was saying that to go away, to go away from that place to CM, but he was not able to move even. And when he saw that firmness in Dadi's and that divinity, that was some vibration, that divine vibration, he has given the place to those sisters who usually we call now Dadi. And later on, that minister started attending the course and minister's family. So when 3 months passed, he said that now you don't have to go, and he has given the keys of his building to those sisters, and that's how this service started. And like how this establishment took place, and from their support, lots of whatever they would get, the dadis were so honest. Even if they would get any kind of watermelon in Amritsar, one of our dadi got a watermelon, that because there is very summer. So two daddies, they were like as a sisters, and they thought that why we would eat this watermelon, and they sent that watermelon, this one watermelon, bigger watermelon, to Mount Abu. And they had no money to parcel it or dispatch it, so they would write a Bab Dada word to Mount Abu. They would send that watermelon, right, Bab Dada, in train, and that watermelon reached to Mount Abu. Earlier days, people were so honest. If you'll send any kind of watermelon right now, nowadays, anyone can eat that in midway. But earlier days, people were so honest, and that watermelon reached to Mount Abu from Amritsar in train. And like how from the cooperation of all this yagya survive, so you are seeing these buildings and everything, it is made up of the cooperation of the people. On the path of devotion, we must may have performed charity, but we have received as much we have performed. As but here, whatever you do charity, you get multifold times in return. If you spend 1 penny, you'll get 100 times. So you will think how it is. And in golden age, in silver age, you don't need to search anything. You will have everything. You don't need to search for anything, any penny, any single money for their education, for anything. Their everything would be in very fulfillment way. You will attain everything. Now there's also whatever Murlis that time conducted, that has been recorded, and we read it. You might have Pandabhavan, you might have seen Pandabhavan. There is a history hall, and before that, a very small room was there where dadis would live, and their gathering used to conduct. And that time, Baba said that Baba would said that to those children that there would be a time worldly people would come, foreigners would come here. So when Baba would complete that Murli, and when he would return back to his room, so dadis would go behind Baba to drop him. So Dadi has said, once I asked that Baba, you have conducted such a good Murli. So we were we enjoyed a lot. But one thing you said, so you said that foreigners would come here, but we don't know English. Who would attend them? Who would explain them where to sit, make them to sit? And Baba that time smiled. So when time would come, everything gets done. And we have many centers in 140 countries, and our sisters would take training, and then they are serving in 140 countries in 140 languages. So he doesn't want to become a guru. This Brahma Baba has never make anyone to bow down his feet. He said that I am also a student and effort maker. Baba would come and speak through my mouth. He would speak through my mouth, but I am not your guru. I am also a student. Yes, I am a bigger student. because God comes in his body. So he had never that arrogant, never any kind of arrogance. He was so humble. He looked after children when boarding started. If there would be any non-seasonal fruit would come, if Baba would get to know about non-seasonal fruit, Baba would ask them to buy that, and Baba would speak with lot of respect, lot of love to the children, and he would say that we want to offer this to our those children who are equal to God, who are going to become like a God. And Baba would get buy those fruits which is non-seasonal, which used to be very costly, and Baba would cut down that fruit, and through himself he would distribute that piece of fruit. He would feed that piece of fruit to every child. And whenever they would sleep, Baba would visit them, see them how they are sleeping. Baba would provide them net, mosquito net, so that every can sleep in a very good way. So Dadi would relate that they have sustained in such a way that not even kings and queen would get. Baba sustained with that much respect, with that much love. And when those dadis grown up, and they have crossed such a position, they have faced so many allegations, even though in their childhood they have received so much love, so much respect. There was a time they have not a single penny in treasure store, and they were feeling, and there was not a single amount of grain in their kitchen. And so if you don't have anything in your home, and you have to feed your children, you would be worried about that. Because but Baba was not worried at that time. He said that these children belong to Shiv Baba. Shiv Baba looked after this world, so why would I worry? These are Shiv Baba's children, and Shiv Baba would feed them, all these children. And he was in so godly intoxication when Baba was a 6 year, six. Baba's height was 6 feet, and he would come after Murli like a child. And he said that when I will leave this old body, I'll become a Shri. I will get a new costume. I'll become a Krishna. So that godly intoxication. So you will feel just by seeing that. If you look at ordinary way, you will feel wonder that how this person is saying that is old. This old man is saying that he's going to become like a Krishna, a child. So this soul has taken 84th birth of this old man body, and he left his old costume in 1969. He has not took this. He has not took any other costume. He still looked after, and so that Brahma Baba has left that old body, and right now he has taken an angelic body, and he still looked after the whole world. After taking angelic body, there was, when Baba was there, there was approx 100 saint only. And after be taken angelic body, after ascending, there were many centers opened. Even though those people who stay in their families, their home, they still had those vision of this Baba in light body, in angelic form. And our former chief of organization, Dadi Janki, she would have served till her age of 104 years. She was unaware about English. Baba has asked her to go to foreign to give this knowledge in English. So Dadi said that, so we call that Pandubhavan as Madhuban. Baba said to her, you have to make such Madhuban in foreign. Baba would have not given any dollar to her, and Nowadays we have a trolley bag, but earlier this, because that time a scene of poverty and situation of poverty, Dadi would have taken a carry bag, and when she went to London, there she got a small room. There she would sleep, there she would cook the food, and there she would conduct a class also in a small room. And she started establishing a center, and she would read Murli, like at that many people are listening that. And she would meditate only there, and read Murli informed that even though there was not a single person. I, and nowadays in London we have also a foreign retreat, and in our America we have retreat, big retreat center in London. In America, many Indians started coming, many foreign started coming. So it means that this is God's task. We sow a seed, and then it grown up and gives many fruits. So if any poor mother would give a single penny in yagya, Baba would say that this is single penny. Baba would give that mother a palace in return of this single penny. So like how whoever would donate a single money, single amount in this yagya, Dadi Baba would take it with lot of love and respect, and Baba would promise them to provide in return palaces in golden age. And like how these services started in UNO, we have office in UNO. So we have received 7 times peace medal. Adadi received. We have received 7 times peace medal from UNO as a peace messenger. His general secretary would come here. We have universal. Whenever we would conduct any peace conference, he would come from UNO. Secretary of UNO would come here. He said. He said in his speech. And he would say that, and so he said that I feel a sense of belongingness from this organization. And he said that Secretary of UNO said that this organization seems me like as my family. And many politicians started coming, and then the services started, and splendor of service all around the services started. Many people got inspired, and they joined this Brahma Kumaris. In 82 we used to have a peace conference. There would be a workshop. Who would come to workshop? So we would have different workshop of different occupation, different professions. We would have only homeopathy, Ayurveda, and nature cure. So we would not have a single MBBS doctor here in peace conference. And today, so this is the day has come that you all senior doctors have joined this organization. So would you come just by calling us? Baba has inspired all of you to come here, and every doctor becomes so happy, and no one has complained that you have not provided me good accommodation or anything. So every doctor met me, and they felt so happy, and they said that now we will return back. We will complete 7 days course, and they said that we will imbibe this thing in my life. And like how this organization goes on. And it was very small, Panto Bhavan. When you see that place, it was very small. So earlier there would be a very few people. Later on 200, 300, and like how people increases. Baba would meet children in the evening. It's like, so as you talk to your family, same as God would meet us, God would talk to us children, and He would talk to us. So once, so Baba would have said to Dadi Prakashmani, she was also our former chief, to search places because many children are coming, because construction was banned in Mount Abu. So Dadi said that we can't get any place in Mount Abu, and no one is here ready to sell. So Baba said that everything would get done. So 1 o'clock, God is talking to Dadiji. God was talking to Dadiji, and again next day. So near to Salgaon, and there were a few people, a family. There was a family. They have to marry their children, and they said we want to meet Dadiji. So we said that we want to meet Dadiji. So we said that if you have any work, you can say us, we can complete it. And they were like milkman. So that milkman said, Dadi, we want to meet Dadi. So Dadi said that because they are poor people and if they want to meet us, so brought them. And we make them to sit with Dadi. And they said to Dadi, Daddy was talking to Baba that we can't get any place. But in morning they came and they said that Daddy, we want to sell this land. Even though it was not allowed. No one was selling that. And they said that Daddy, if you want to buy this, then we will sell it to people. But we want to sell it to Baba. So Dadi would have sent 3 4 brothers there, and there was not a road even though this place. So it was just like a forest, and that person has shown that place. That place was as a barren land. We didn't like that. What we will do with this place? And when we returned back and we said to Daddy, we are not interested in that. But Daddy said, I want to see that place. And we said that, Daddy, there is no roadway to move. We have to walk down. Daddy said that if you go walk by walking, Daddy can also. And there was a little mountain near to Peace Cottage, and there Dadi was standing, and within for 15 minutes she was giving vibration and said that if there is anything, take this place. And this the land near to Peace Cottage was purchased because Dadi has said means like we have to do, and this was registered that place. It was agriculture land. Who would put in agriculture land? And that time there was a CM, Bhairo Singh Shekhawat. He want to get done some buildings, convert agriculture land in non-agriculture. And he took out this notice, if you want to convert your agricultural land into non-agriculture, so you can get 8 days. So that has converted into non-agriculture, and we go to municipality, but he said no. And we went to Jaipur, and their secretary met to him, and he said no. But it was God's task. And there is a Raj Bhavan in summer. In summer, we would conduct a program for children whose parents would send their children. And that time a governor named as Channa Reddy, he would be there, and Dadi would have asked to Channa Reddy to the center, to this place. So he said that I want to come for inauguration of children camp, and there were 3,000 children who were sitting in Universal Peace Hall, and no one was moving. So governors saw that children are like that they are very naughty, but here not a single child is moving. That is said that these children were get up early in the morning 4 a.m. and they would meditate. So then governor was surprised and he said, "What is meditation?" And Dadi was sharing that Chana Reddy ji, governor, that I am a soul and supreme soul is our father. And Dadi said that no, you don't need to come. So Dadi said, no, you don't need to come. This local people would say that what happened with governor person. So that time Dadi said that I will send my sister to your place and they will conduct courses for him. And he completed 7 days course and he made his bedroom into meditation room. And he asked Dadi to inaugurate that room into a meditation room. They would, if any government would be there, they would stay here for 1 month. And then later on, Dadi said, then he said, governor said to Dadi, Dadi, I want a work, I want any task, I want a service because I liked it a lot. And Dadi said that you can do whatever you want. He said, no, just give me some kind of particular specific task that I have to do, I have to serve. So Dadi has said that this land was empty and it is not, we are getting to do construction. So he went to and and that governor called that sent me that map and he passed that map for construction and he called all the secretary and he passed that. He made a he did a meeting with all the governor. He did a meeting with all secretary and he said that to pass, and he said whatever rule you can take out you may take out, but you have to construct a big house, you have to pass this land for construction. And that's how I took the, and because it was passed through the governor, and that's how this inauguration of this land, worship of land, this done. And when governors came here, and he said that it was such a big empty land, barren land, and how would you construct it? Just such a big, that time Dadi said, this is God's task and God will get it done. Governor gone. And Dadi would have given a direction. Every student has to put 1 rupee in treasure store. For every person has to put 1 rupee in a treasure store. You might have seen a treasure store everywhere called as a Bhandari, and Dadi has given direction. Every BK has to put 1 rupee in that treasure store every day. And like how we had 5 lakh students and we got 5 lakh amount money, and that's how within 1 year this building construction completed. And governor was so surprised that 1 year ago it was only a land and you constructed a building. And Dadi said that all the Baba's children who were engineers, they came here and God has made this impossible task into possible. How did you get money? He asked. So Dadi said that every BK, every student of this Brahma Kumari has given 1 rupee. So, like how he was surprised, this is only God task which can be done. So, when this building completed, then later on, Baba said that this would be a treasure store for service. Many foreigner would come when we conduct retreat for that, when we keep dialogue session for them. We would conduct a peace of mind conference for them, and they would become so happy what they get. We just provide them a simple accommodation for them. So this is God's task, and it is get done by God only. You might have seen in Shantivan, then this Shantivan gets constructed, and there also we took a very small land, and later on it gets increases. So there are many shops in Mount Abu, and there are very little things. But nowadays, if we have to bring anything, that is filled, that truck is filled with the vegetables, everything. So everything we will bring from Shantivan. And that person who would drive this truck, that person belonged to military person. He would say that if we will bring that any food, any grocery from Shantivan to Mount Abu, because of rainfall, it can get spoiled. So we purchased a land to keep that truck, whatever grocery item we would purchase, and just to store we purchased that land. But later on, a center would have constructed, and there approx 25,000 people can stay right now these days. When it becomes small, then again a building constructed named as Manmohini, then that also become small, that has become small, and later on Anand Sarovar constructed, then that place has also become short for staying people. Then again later on many places constructed. So God has blessed us. Whatever place, how much place you would construct, that still would be short, because whole world has to come here. So this is God's task. This yajna is sustained by God. This is survived by God. So I have lot of things to say, but because of time, we are. So I want to put a full stop here. This is God's task. In every group, in every conference, many senior people would come here, and they get convinced with this knowledge who is getting done this task. This is God's task. So I would suggest all of you should go to center, conduct 7 days course, go into depth. You were not born to the you were not doctor from your birth. You might have studied. So you might have 3 or 4 siblings, but out of that you studied this study of doctorate, you become doctor, and you brought that study in your life. So when you will imbibe these divine virtues, you will remember God, then only God will make you into deity. So you are a doctor, your family would respect you. So because you are a doctor, your city people respect you. But when you will become a deity, whole world will give you respect. So you have to perform such a task. From an ordinary man, you should become a deity, Narayan. And from a simple woman, you will become goddess Lakshmi. This is the only university where we give teaching to become